Yellow?
Hey, Cole, looks like it's too windy for the drone today. Should we reschedule?
I think I've found my new favorite drone for real estate photography. For the past couple months, I've been using the DJI Air 3S on everything. All the listings, all the videos, all the photos. $1 million homes, $20 million homes. I love it. And I'm replacing my DJI Mini 4 Pro with it. I mean, I still have it, but this one just takes the cake. Let's get into it. My name is Cole Connor, and I was put here to do 3 things. Create, inspire, love. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. I built 2 6-figure real estate photography businesses, one on the East Coast, one on the West, shot thousands of homes, and closing in on 2 million views, teaching people like you how to do the same. Not too long ago, I made a video about my DJI Mini 4 Pro. I still think that one's great, but I started to have some concerns. Let's start with a small one. When you're standing outside a $15 million house and you pull out a DJI Mini 4 Pro, it just doesn't feel luxury. Will the agent probably notice the difference? I don't know. But it was starting to get to me. It doesn't feel solid. It feels like plastic and it looks like a toy. The DJI Air 3S does not. It gives me more confidence. It makes me feel like I'm the guy that shoots these homes. And the thing that really made me switch outside of that more cosmetic reason, there's actually 2 other ones. One, I had to shoot in a place where there was a lot of wind. And when I put the Mini 4 Pro up, I was not sure that it was gonna come back to me. That same week, I was like, I gotta get something more solid. That's the DJI Air 3S. The other thing was I started to notice the video started to be grainy and it was like too bright in certain spots and it just didn't feel. I was seeing these other listing videos that just the drone footage was crazy. And I was tired of not having that. And even the photos, something about the skies, especially where the horizon hit the sky, the colors were just off and there wasn't as much to pull from. The Air 3S has a larger 1-inch sensor, and while the clients may never notice, I definitely notice it in the editing. The shadows are cleaner, the dynamic range is better, and colors have more depth. When you're photographing these huge homes, everything you can do to stand out matters. What I didn't know I would love so much is the battery life. The DJI rates the batteries up to 45 minutes, and the Mini 4 Pro was just like 20. I keep expecting I'm gonna need like 3 batteries if I shoot 3 videos, but it's just not like that. Like I can be up in the air for 10 minutes and I can do that 4 or 5 times. I feel way less stressed because I'm not rushing to get it done before the battery dies. I can take my time, I can do another orbit, do a different, more unique composition. It's just one less thing that you have to worry about. Another feature I didn't really think that I would appreciate, but I do, the built-in storage. 42 gigabytes of internal storage. If I accidentally leave my SD card at home, which does happen, it rarely happens now, but it has happened, I'm still working. Or even if I just lifted it up and I forgot to put the SD card in there, it's got my back. One thing I didn't really love about the Mini 4 Pro is that, I mean, it was cool at first how it turns to do vertical content, and then you have to turn it back to do horizontal content. What I like about the Air 3S is that it crops to the 2.7K to do the vertical. Something about it is easier, and I like it. It also has the telephoto camera. I don't use this that much for real estate, but it's there if I need it. I have tried it a couple times just to get closer to the horizons, closer to buildings in the distance. It's more dynamic when you're up in the sky instead of just that one wide angle. This one also shoots 4K 120. I usually do 4K 60, but it's nice that the 4K 120 is there. As I start to make more short films with the Finding the Cinema series, even getting into music videos, I'm excited to use these features. And there's also a bunch of like smart features. Nightscape obstacle sensing if you're flying more towards the evening, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, active track 360 if you're filming yourself, waypoint flights if you want the same movement over multiple shoots, panorama modes. None of those are why I bought the drone, but they're tools. It's cool. If you're just starting out, I'm not saying you need to buy this drone. It was about $1,000 more. If you have it, I would do it. If you don't, the Mini 4 Pro will work for most shoots. But I do genuinely think at this price point, this is one of the best DJI drones. It's the perfect midway entrance into the DJI ecosystem. At the end of the day, better gear doesn't make you a better photographer. But every once in a while, you find a piece of gear that makes your job a little easier. And after making the other video, I just wanted to make this one updating you on my current go-to for DJI drones. I'm happy I bought it. Anyways, hope this helps. My name's Cole Connor. I will catch y'all next time. Peace. What drone do you use? Hi there, thanks for watching. If you really liked it, maybe you'll like some of these too. While you decide, here's some music. Enjoy.